How do you manage your financial worries that you're so transparent about?
Um, you know what helps me is I just write down everything I own, and it
Hmm.
makes me just having a budget and knowing where all the bodies are buried and how much everything is worth and how much money I'm spending gives you a sense of control, like you're taking control. I think the anxiety comes from the unknown, like not knowing what bills are coming in, not knowing like what investments you have and if you could sell them and how much they're worth and what would the tax hit be. Whenever you don't really know what's going on, you're in for a you're in for an unwelcome surprise. Or it's calling you guys. Say I'm a client of your guys, it's calling you and saying, I'm really anxious about money. Like one, tell me if I should be. Sometimes anxiety is common sense. You might tell your clients, yeah, you're out over your skis. You're not making a lot of money. You just got divorced and your investments aren't doing well. Your anxiety is common sense. And then that means we need a plan. Maybe it's cutting your spending. Maybe it's doing the following things. But just having a plan and knowing where you are and having a plan is how you handle anxiety when things aren't going well. For me, because I'm wealthy now, it's just writing out everything I have and going, okay, calm down, take a beat, you're fine. Because what's strange is I have 40% of my assets in real estate, 40%. I just went through this with Goldman and on a podcast, 40% in private investments. I only have 10 or 20% of my net worth in public stocks, and they control 90% of my mental health around investing.
Hmm. Wow.
When the stocks, because they have a scorecard.
Yeah.
When Airbnb's way up and Apple's way up and Amazon is way up, which are my three biggest holdings, I'm like, champagne and cocaine. I'm just, feel great about myself. And then when the stocks are way down, I'm like, oh, and what I don't realize is it's only a small part of my net worth. And so I just write out what is everything. And then I do scenarios. Well, what would happen if I lost half of my net worth? And the reality is at this point, I'd still be okay. And it gives me comfort. But one, it's knowing where everything is, having a handle on it, reaching out to people and being very transparent. This is what I have. Should I be worried? Should I be doing other things? And also having a thought partner. Whenever I have a bad investment, I talk to my wife about it.
Hmm.
I want her to know everything that's going on. Here's the thing that really causes mental anguish is other people not knowing what's going on. The addiction that has the highest suicide rate is gambling. And this is where I think online trading can be disastrous, especially for young men who are more risk aggressive. And that is you can be down, you can be doing terribly, and you don't want to know how badly you're doing, so you ignore it. And two, nobody around you has any idea that you have spent all this, lost all this money. And the reason it has the highest suicide rate is that if you have a meth addiction, people figure it out and they try to intervene, or an alcohol addiction. If you're addicted to trading or online gambling, you can get so far in over your head and no one else knows. And then you wake up and say, oh, there's only one way out. So I think it's talking to people, especially your financial planner or ideally your spouse. This is what's going on. This is what we lost. This is what we gained. This is what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
But just talking about it, almost like talk therapy, because in our society, money plays such an important role, especially I think with a man. It's kind of our self-esteem and our self-worth in this society is kind of dictated by our bank account. So I think having people you can talk to openly and on, we all share screenshots of our wins. You need people you can talk to about your losses. Oh, I'm really fucking worried. I made a stupid mistake here and I'm worried and I'm worried I'm not gonna have enough money next year. Just talking about it. And then someone can say to you, well, okay, this is the plan, or no, you shouldn't be worried. But yeah, you need thought partners around this stuff.